satisfied? Have you got what you wanted?
Yates, get Dr. Miller. Get these gates open. I want all the prisoners locked in their cells. I want Doyle in solitary.
Miller, Bill Jackson's been stabbed.
How bad is he?
I don't know.
Well, is he conscious?
I don't know. Can't you go and see for yourself? He's lying in the main security gates on the first floor.
Don't worry, Rosie. I'm not going anywhere. Sister, I can't leave, Rosie. You're just going to have to do what you can for Bill. Hey, where are you going?
Well,
I'm going to need your help here.
I've never delivered a baby.
Yeah, well, now's your chance to learn. Oh, God.
Hold on, Bill. I'll try and make him more comfortable.
Don't move him. Has anybody called an ambulance?
Where's Greg?
He's with Rosie. It's a breech birth.
He should be here.
It's all right, Greg. Can't you do anything about these damn things?
Yes, well, I have to come out before he can be moved. It's going to hurt.
They're all locked up except Marilyn Mason. We can't find her. Do you know where she is?
She's in the recreation room.
Go and get her. Right. You'd better leave. And if word of this leaks out, we'll be looking for a new electrical contractor. Understand? Did you find Mason?
Yes, she's locked away. If you ask me, I think she and that electrician have been having a high old time together.
That's the least of my worries at the moment. I want everybody confined to their rooms until the police have had a chance to question them.
Do you think we should involve the police?
A man has been stabbed.
Well, I'm only thinking of the publicity.
Yes, well, if I'd thought a little less about the publicity earlier on, maybe none of this would have happened.
Did Bill get off to hospital safely?
Yes.
You better call the gate. Tell them to expect another ambulance.
What now?
Rosie's had a boy. It's at least a month premature. It's going to need specialist treatment.
Are they going to be all right?
Oh, they're going to be fine. Miss Yates, however, is a little bit shaky. She could probably use a cup of tea.
I could use something a bit stronger than that. Delivering babies isn't exactly my line.
Mrs. Davidson, it was the hospital. Bill Jackson's dead. Come on, get inside.
What's going on?
Everyone actively involved in the riot is confined to their cells until the police have interviewed them. We don't want you all getting together and making up lies.
I wasn't involved.
You were there. You stayed with Doyle and ignored my order to leave the dining room. From what I hear, you had an argument with Bill Jackson yesterday morning.
What the hell are you implying? That I stabbed him?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time that you'd stabbed someone, would it?
Don't tell her
Stop
anything.
whispering, Anderson.
That's right, no need to whisper. Thanks for the advice, Doreen.
You think you're getting pretty tough, don't you? Any more lip and you'll be in solitary.
Where do you think I am now?
Well, if you would prefer it, I could put you in with your friend Frankie. Outside. Just sit there, nice and quiet, until the police want to interview you.
What are you doing here?
Well, I came to fix the wiring. I didn't get much chance yesterday. It's not funny, Marilyn. When I got here this morning, they told me that bloke was dead. Now the cops want to talk to me.
Why you?
Because I was there. Marilyn, I saw who did it.
You haven't told anyone, have you?
No, not yet.
Well, don't, Eddie.
Why not?
It'll be taken care of inside here.
Oh, I don't know, Marilyn. The cops might get nasty if I hold out on them.
They won't know who did it.
What's going on here? Didn't you two see enough of each other yesterday? Get back to work. I've already had a word to the governor about you.
Hello, you looking for me? I'm running a bit late, I'm afraid. I stopped off at the hospital to see Rosie.
There's no rush. There'll be no sick call until the police have finished their inquiries. And they'll probably want a word with you later.
There's nothing I can tell them. Wish there was.
Perhaps you might know of one of the girls who had a grudge against him.
No. Any mail?
Karen Travers, for example?
What? Don't think she could have done it.
Why not?
Well, I just don't think she's the type, that's all.
Well, that's a strange thing to say. She's already stabbed her husband.
Oh, that was different. She had provocation. You saw the burns on her back.
Do you mean murder sometimes justified?
Look, if you're having a go at me, I don't see what's so damn funny about this whole matter. Meg, what are you doing here?
I'm on duty.
You look terrible. You should be at home resting.
Too much to do. We're short-staffed enough as it is. Somebody's got to look after the animals.
Come on, out you come.
What's going on?
You're going back to work.
But what about the police?
Don't worry, they'll get around to you. Although, if you ask me, they'll be wasting their time.
Of course. I don't know anything.
You wouldn't tell them if you did.
No. When I find out, they won't need the police to deal with it. And that goes for the rest of them that ganged up with Frankie against me.
Don't look at me. I was only having a bit of fun.
Yeah? Well, now it's my turn.
Look, you lot are in enough trouble already, Smith. Don't make things any worse. Now get to work. Both of you! Get on with your work.
Well, you gonna stand there all day?
You can't be trusted on your own, can you?
All right, someone give me something to work on. You found out anything yet?
No. I know who did it.
Who? Did you see it?
No, not exactly. But before we went into lunch yesterday, she had a big row with Frankie. She picked up the scissors then. Doreen, you were there. You saw her.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, why would she want to stab Bill Jackson?
I don't know. Probably to cause trouble. You know what she's like. She killed her old man.
Yeah, well, some husbands deserve it.
What's going on over there?
Oh, we were just helping Bea with these sheep.
Well, it doesn't take three of you to do that. Now, you get back to work.
Mrs. Jackson, we're really sorry about Bill.
Not half as sorry as you're going to be. Now, you listen to me. I want the name of the woman who killed my husband. All right. Well, I'll find out who did it. And from now on, I'm going to make life hell for the lot of you. Move!
Right. Just taking Chrissy Latham in.
I hear they found out it was Latham who did it. Do they know why?
She didn't say, but with her, it's not hard to guess.
You say when you first picked up the scissors, you had no intention of stabbing Bill Jackson.
That's right.
Well, what did you intend to do with them?
I meant to stab her.
What made you change your mind?
It wouldn't have done any good. He still wouldn't have wanted me.
And that's why you stabbed him.
Yeah. Well, you don't know what it's like, do you? Locked up night after night without a man? Oh, thanks to you, I'm about to find out.
That's enough, Meg.
What do you mean, that's enough? It was my husband who was killed. I'm at least entitled to my say.
I said that's enough. Miss Bennett, take Mrs. Jackson out.
Meg, you're right.
Oh, fine. Just fine.
Well, at least now you know who did it.
What difference will that make? Will it bring Bill back?
Well, no, but every time you have to deal with one of the girls, you won't be wondering whether she was the one.
That doesn't alter the way I feel one little bit. They all knew who did it, but did any of them come forward? No, not one. Instead, they tortured, they terrorized her. They probably would have killed her if we hadn't stopped them, but they still wouldn't tell us why. No, they're worse than animals.
You know, if they hadn't scared us, she'd never have confessed. We wouldn't have been able to prove a thing.
Stay with Latham, would you? I'm going to arrange to have her transferred to another prison. We'll keep her in solitary until she's moved. We can't ensure her safety here.
Oh, yes, we must look after her safety, mustn't we?
Hey, guess what? They've just taken Chrissy off in the paddy wagon.
Where to?
I don't know, fairly, I suppose. Oh, well, good riddance to her.
Yeah. It was a good job she decided to own up.
Quieten down. Doreen, turn that television set down. Lynn, you're wanted in the governor's office.
What is it about my appeal?
How should I know? Go and find out. Well, Doyle, I'll leave you with your friends. You back so soon?
Yes, the funeral's over. You would have known that if you'd been there.
Stop running, Warner! She's just been to the governor's office about her appeal. Obviously not good news.
See how I'm holding her? And turn. And bow. Now, take your partners for the pride of Erin.
Can I have this dance? I've booked her.
Oh, so that's how it is with you two, is it?
Piss off.
Come on, Lizzie, up you get.
Oh, God. All right, ladies. All together. And... out. Frankie, get back to your partner. I warn you. If you spoil my class... All right, everybody, on with the dance. Oh, get ready.
Come on, Lizzie.
Oh, Greg. I'm sorry. Sorry.
What happened?
Nothing. It's just neurotic, that's all.
Do you want something?
Yeah, I was just looking at Mum's garden.
It's the prison garden. It never was Mum's garden.
Well, I was wondering if I could have permission to dig it.
We gave you permission when you first came here. Go and ask an officer for the tools.
Thanks.
Found her.
Next time you make an appointment at the doctor, be here. It's got better things to do than wait around for people like you.
Sorry, I forgot the time.
Do you want something?
Yes, I'm going to see the doctor.
Do you ask permission?
Mrs. Jackson arranged it for me.
Doctor,
what's happening here?
There's an officer pushing drugs. I saw Yates.
Drugs! Stuff to her. What are you talking about? Drugs in there!
Calm down, Meg.
Calm down. She's helping to push drugs in this place. You get out.
What's she doing in here?
She's waiting for my empty teacup. Now off you go, Lizzie.
Strip off.
I will not, and she hit me.
Just calm down for a minute.
Yes, let's all calm down. Now, what happened?
I found out who's pushing drugs. Yates and this bitch.
Hand them over.
I haven't got drugs.
Search her.
Don't touch
Marilyn,
me.
if you have drugs, hand them over.
I haven't got drugs.
Oh, all right.
Well, Doctor?
Where did you get these, Marilyn?
I asked the officer to get them for me. She saw her passing them over. Well, I want to report her. She hit me.
Take her to my office.
Now, just a minute. Marilyn isn't pushing drugs. These are contraceptives.
One of the girls said Miss Yates could get anything. So I asked her to get me the pill. I didn't know she was pushing drugs.
You still don't.
Take Mason out.
Come on.
If you have been pushing drugs in this prison, we'll find out.
I have not been pushing drugs.
We'll see. In the meantime, you're suspended until a full inquiry has been held.
Suspended? Do you think I want to work in this hole ever again? Like hell, I quit.
I'm sure we'll exist without you. Wait outside.
You seem to have a habit of burying things. First, that little boy. I suppose you thought you were going to wait until night time.
I don't know what you mean.
Dig up that bag.
What bag?
The bag you filled the trench with. Well, what do you know? A trench. All that exercise for nothing.
Did you honestly think you could get out of here? Even if you'd got under that fence, there are 3 more to go.
No.
Don't try it again, Warner. I've been watching you for the past 2 days. You haven't got a hope in hell.
No, I won't stay.
Come back here.
Don't be a fool, Warner.
Look, I'll get the doctor.
Come, Miss. Come out of there.
Come on, this should be... Lizzie, will you stop pushing or I'll send you to the end of the line?
Oh.
Cheryl Brown.
Who'd waste their money on stuff like that?
No talking, Lizzie. Well, come on, you're holding everyone up.
Birdsworth, Elizabeth Josephine.
Cute. Your friend Doyle hasn't shown up again. Frankie's such a heavy smoker. I wonder how she manages.
Maybe she's knocked off.
You're stupid, Birdsworth.
Yes, Miss Bennett.
Anyone seen Marilyn Mason? Well? Where's that electrician?
Electrician? Oh, I haven't seen any electrician. Anyone else seen one?
Here. Why don't you rip pictures out of someone else's magazine for a change?
What do you mean
You
your
know
magazine?
exactly what I want.
Quick, Vera! Stay there.
Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
What's going on?
Where have you been?
To the loo.
You two? No television for 2 nights. The governor wants to see you.
You didn't have to clonk me so hard, did you?
You got a few buttes in yourself.
Well, look who's here.
Can you spare a moment?
Sure. Social call, I hope.
No, it's Mother. She had a bad night last night, and I said I'd speak to you and arrange an appointment.
Well, I'll call over this evening if you like.
Oh, she's getting worse, Greg. I don't know what to do anymore.
You could consider putting her into a nursing home.
She wouldn't go.
Have you asked her?
No, I couldn't do that.
You're looking a bit run down yourself, you know. You've not been working too hard, I hope.
Oh, what choice have I got? We're an officer short, and, well, Meg's got a day off.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Come in, Mum.
I just wanted to check if it's all right for me to go and see Lynn.
Sure, go right ahead.
Thanks.
No, and then there's Mother. Well, it's not that I'm complaining. Well, you know what it's like.
Rightio! Line up, 2 lines, arms length apart.
Oh, come on, V.
I like my body the way it is.
Does anyone else?
How the hell am I going to find out in here?
You've got nothing to lose. Except a few inches.
I can still run rings around you.
Oh, yeah? Well, come up here and try. Go on.
I'll never make it in the army. Okay, legs apart.
No need to tell Mason that. You ever thought of getting off some of that lard?
Shape up your bludgers. Legs astride, arms out, cross over, touching your toes. Left, right, left, right. Stop cheating, Doreen. Knees straight. Left.
How do you think I keep in shape?
Give you one guess. If you're bored, Doyle, I'll find something to keep you busy.
1, 2, left, right, left, right.
Getting excited? Uh-huh. I wish I was going out today.
Oh, come on, Bee. You can do better than that.
Oh, tell my stomach that. It keeps getting in the way.
God, you're a bunch of softies. Down.
Is Greg still here? Yes. Would you take over?
I've had it.
Oh, no more.
Down.
Sorry I've left this so late, but I was expecting Meg to relieve me earlier.
Well, she wanted to check on Lynn Warner.
Yes, well, I suppose we should be grateful she's acting like her old self. Favouring some of the prisoners.
I think Meg knows what she's doing, don't you? And do you want to talk in the office?
No, it's okay. Would you be able to see my mother this evening?
Yes, how was she last night?
Oh, just about the same. But she's still complaining of pains in her legs.
To be expected. Not getting about as much as she could.
Your friends are outside playing trim the fat. But then I don't reckon you need trimming.
What you think doesn't interest me.
Oh, I like fighters. Bet you're a real mover in bed.
Whatever turns you on.
You do, sweetie.
Get out of my way.
Make me. You're sick.
Because I can't force her to do anything.
No.
I mean, I tried.
What's going on? Oh, she pushed me. God, I think I'll break my arm.
She's lying.
She pushed me, I tell you.
You forget any privileges for the next 24 hours. And any more trouble, and you'll be in front of the governor.
You got enough of my prince to make up a book.
It's hardly something to be proud of.
Oh, I bet you'd find it interesting reading, though, Miss Bennett.
You've got a smutty mind, Gladys.
Well, you can call me Marilyn. Some of my worst enemies do. Come to say goodbye, Frankie?
When I get out of here, I'll look you up. Always wanted a massage.
By the time you get out, you'll be too old to care.
Wouldn't bet on it.
Anyway, who says when I get out I'll be going back to my old job?
People like you always go back to the mud.
You should know.
On your way, Doyle.
Hi, Marilyn. We thought we'd missed you. Oh, I wouldn't leave without saying goodbye. What's wrong with you?
Oh, she's stiffening up from the exercises. Talk about out of shape.
I am not. I just pulled a muscle.
Sign the disbursement book.
I'll come visit you.
You're no such thing. I never want to see you near this place again.
Oh, Bea.
Look, you've got your own life to lead now. The only time I want to hear from you is when you tell me that you and Eddie are doing the right thing and getting married.
Clothing card.
Bea, marriage doesn't solve everything.
Yeah, well, it's a good start.
Well, don't take all day, Mason.
Hey, don't take any brass nickels. Well,
Take care.
you too, Bea.
And trust her as far as I could throw her.
Meg?
Well, normally I'd go along with Vera, but having seen her with her brother, it's certainly a different Frankie.
Do you think it's enough incentive for her to keep out of trouble?
Hard to say with that temper of hers.
She won't change. I've seen women like her before.
You could be right, but at this stage we should give her the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I think it'd be a mistake to give her special treatment.
I'm not suggesting we do. We carry on as usual. Oh, by the way, I'd appreciate it if you could both stay back for a spot search tonight.
Of course.
I'm afraid I can't, Mrs. Davidson. Well, my mother hasn't been at all well, and I really ought to get home.
Oh, nothing too serious, I hope.
Well, she seems to be getting worse.
Well, I don't see why we can't have the search first thing in the morning, then.
That'll be a great help. Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. Hello, Mum.
You're late.
I shop Thursdays, you know that. God, it's so dark in here.
I couldn't get off the sofa all day. My legs were giving me trouble.
Well, they will if you sit there all day.
And just how am I supposed to get about? Nobody knows the pain.
Dr. Miller's coming over later. He'll give you something.
Oh, nothing helps. But you don't care.
Was lunch okay?
I managed to eat it.
Then let me get in a part-time nurse.
I'm not having any stranger in this house, Vera. It's a daughter's duty to look after her mother. I think of all those years bringing you up by myself, giving you the best education I could, trouble I had. But you never heard me complain.
No one wants you when you're old and sick, not even your own daughter.
I just thought a nurse would make things easier for you.
Yes, so you can wipe your hands of me. Next thing is you'll be wanting to put me in a home.
I won't.
Stuck in here all day. No one to talk to. I see you for a few hours and all you do is pick on me. Think I enjoy the pain? Think I like being sick?
Bounce, 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 bounce. Boing. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Boing, boing. Jump, 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 jump. Hit it. Today, live more of your life.
Your blood pressure is still too high, Mrs. Bennett. You must be careful not to get excited. I'll prescribe you some more tablets, but promise me that you'll take them.
Yes, Doctor. Oh, it's hard not to worry, though. I hate being such a burden to Vera. She's got her own life to lead. She can't always be running after me.
Did Vera mention bringing in a nurse?
We did discuss it. And Vera feels she'd be happier looking after me herself.
All right, Mrs. Bennett. Now, you take care. I'll be able to see you again soon.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll show you out, Greg.
Thanks for coming over.
It's a pleasure. Just make sure that she takes those tablets, because there's no point otherwise. You do realize. Yes, of course. See you tomorrow. Good night.
It's nice to see you on your feet again.
It's quite a good doctor. Why can't you get yourself a man like that?
Oh, look, don't start that again.
You're starting to look like a shriveled-up old prune. No man would look twice at you.
Well, whose fault's that? I've been looking after you for 12 years. When have I had a chance to even meet a man?
No, that's right. Blame me. Well, just look at where you work. A prison. Why can't you get yourself a decent job? You're getting old and hard before your years, Vera.
Oh, look, lay off, Mum. Just lay off. That wasn't a very smart thing to do, even if she did deserve it.
I'm aware of that, Vera.
If she reports this, you could be thrown out.
She won't. Not Karen.
You seem to know her pretty well.
It's a personal matter, Vera.
No luck?
I lost my temper. What is it with this place, Meg? Seems to turn everybody into Jekyll and Hyde.
I know. Look, how about coming over for dinner tonight?
Oh, a touch of sanity.
I don't know about that, but at least we could talk.
Thanks, Meg.
7:30?
Fine.
I wasn't aware that Greg knew Karen Travis.
Did he say that?
It was pretty obvious.
Excuse me, Vera.
I hope Dr. Miller doesn't charge us his full fee.
Why shouldn't he?
You work together. Not that that makes much difference, I suppose. You can't trust doctors. They're all the same. They're out for every penny they can get.
But I thought you liked him.
Did you? Well, don't think that I don't know what's been going on behind my back. Trying to get a nurse in here. Next thing is he'll be trying to put me in a home.
Oh, nonsense. Don't forget to take your pill.
Don't think I don't know what you've been trying to cook up behind my back. I'm not blind. You want to get rid of me, don't you? Your own mother, after all I've done for you, and you turn around and treat me like that. Well, I'm not going. You can tell your doctor friend that. I'm staying here. No one can force me out of my own house. There.
Mum! Mum!
It was to be expected, Vera. You knew that.
You're starting to look like a shriveled-up old prune. No man had ever looked twice at you. Just look at where you work. A prison. Why can't you get yourself a decent job? You're getting old and hard before your time, Vera.
Hello?
Has Dr. Miller left yet?
Hold on. Dr. Miller, telephone call for you.
Hello?
It's Vera Bennett here. I just wanted to thank you for all your help since my mother died.
Oh, it's all right. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. I've just finished making all the arrangements. There's nothing left to do until the funeral. I
wondered if you weren't doing anything, if you might like to come over for a meal tonight.
Well, I'd like to, Vera. I'm a bit tied up for the next week or two. Maybe some other time.
Yes, maybe some other time. I'm sorry to have bothered you.
They got that bloody salt in it.
You found the ground glass in the grass.
No.
I tell you what.
I
thought you were on diet anyway.
Huh?
Here, give us your cup, love. I'll read your leaves for you.
Oh, I don't believe in that sort of thing, Vic.
Give us a look. Oh, yes. Yes. You see that? Like a gate opening. Well, that means you're going to be out of here sooner than you think. And you see those bits there? Like horns? Well, that means animals like cows and goats and things. You're going to be living on a farm somewhere in the country. And I can see a young man living with you. Hey, you haven't got a little brother, have you? Funny. I definitely get a little brother. Anyway, you're going to be really happy there, getting up in the morning, milking the cows, feeding the chooks. It's going to be a real paradise.
With a quack, quack here and a quack, quack there. Here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack. Old MacDonald had a fowl. E-I-E-I-O.
I was the one who told them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you better look after yourself, hadn't you? You know what happens to laggers.
Keep an eye on them. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Take your time. You look as though you should be home in bed.
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she'd been on the slops.
Good morning.
Morning, Doctor. I'm sorry about last night.
It's all right.
Well, I didn't mean to trouble you. I know you have your hands full taking care of all the prisoners. Some more than others, of course.
I treat all the prisoners the same, Vera.
You mean you slapped them all around the way you did Karen Travers the other day?
That was a mistake. Something personal.
There's no need to explain to me, Doctor. It's none of my business how you get your kicks.
Name?
You know my name.
Name?
Helen Masters.
You have been charged with leaving the scene of an accident in which someone was fatally injured and with attempting to leave the country whilst on bail. Correct?
Yes.
Since you've not been convicted, you'll be allowed to wear your own clothes. Go with the sister.
This way.
Organise them. She'll be keeping them for the time being.
Right, undress and put this on.
I'll do no such thing.
I said undress.
And I said I'll do no such thing. Certainly not with you standing there. Have you any idea who you're talking to?
She's talking to a prisoner who has to be examined and scrubbed to make sure she isn't bringing anything unpleasant in with her. Now strip off.
I will not. Take your hands off me. Let me go.
There's something you'd better learn while you're in here. You do exactly as you're told. What's going on here? You two are supposed to be in the dining room. Get a move on.
You sit here.
Thank you.
They tell me you like running down little kids.
That'll be enough of that, Lizzie. Nothing's been proved. Yet. I'm B.
Hello.
That's Karen and Doreen. Oh, and that's Mum. That's Lizzie. And you know Lynn. Oh, and that's Frankie. But you wouldn't want to know her. She's uncouth.
So you're in the makeup business, eh?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I've got a cousin who's an Avon lady. That's something I'd always like to do.
I'm sure you'll be very good at it.
Oh, thanks.
Well, anyone can do anything if they've got the money. How much did you pay for that dress, eh?
It's not just money. Money doesn't buy good taste.
Sorry if the company round here is a little rougher than you're used to. We don't get a very good class of guests.
Yes. I'm sure we'll all get along very well.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Anybody that has to do something like that must be
How do you know?
What's the matter? Not good enough for you?
No, it isn't. No one should have to eat food like this.
Oh, Miss Masters. I think it tastes all right.
It doesn't everything to you.
If you don't like it, you can always complain to the chef.
I might just do that. I've only been here for a couple of hours, and I do have some influential friends. I might just give them a few very choice words about the intolerable conditions in here.
That's right, love. You tell them what you want, darling.
Maybe she can do something to help us.
Oh, who are you kidding? You think she's interested in the likes of us? She's only trying to get you on side so she has an easy time of it in here.
You ought to be nice to Miss Masters, Frankie. After all, she's one of the world's top beauty consultants. If you let her work on you for a few days, she might be able to pass you off for human. Well, a dark night.
All right. Anderson, Doyle, clear the tables.
I'll do it.
Oh, caught Miss Goody Two-Shoes over there. She's trying to...
Miss Masters.
Want to have a ride, make up. Here, caught this Lizzie too.
Doyle, you clumsy idiot. Can't you do anything? Clean it up.
Now, just a minute. It wasn't her fault. This girl pushed her.
I see. In that case, you clean it up. Get down there on your knees and clean it up.
What do you mean? He's delayed. What happened?
It's nothing to get upset about.
Would you mind leaving us alone, please?
Sorry, can't do that.
Now, let's you and I understand each other, shall we? The moment I get out of here, every newspaper, radio, and television station in this city is going to want to interview me about what it's like in here.
And you'll be able to tell them, won't you? Nobody has a visitor without an officer present.
I see prison life hasn't dulled your sense of the political.
James, this is no joking matter. This place is a madhouse. The women in here have threatened to kill me. I could get out of here if you said we were together.
That's perjury, Helen. Besides, it wouldn't work. I was seen drinking in that bar by at least a dozen people. Do you want the rest of the bad news? The police have found a witness. And he's certain he saw a woman driving. But he wouldn't be able to identify her.
I can't believe it. It's getting more and more insane. None of this would have happened if you'd stayed with me that night.
Will you stop worrying? I made sure the press heard your side of the story. And the fact that you're in jail has got you a lot of sympathy. It could even end up working for us. Just sit tight a little longer. Trust me.
if I was a bit abrupt in there, it's just that I'm under a great deal of pressure worrying about my business affairs. Well, you're obviously a person of considerable responsibility yourself. I'm sure you must understand. Well, you must find it very depressing working in here in those drab uniforms. Your makeup, so stark and unflattering. Surely you don't have rules about that as well.
There isn't any point in trying to look attractive in here. Something you'll realize after you've been here a while.
Lizzie? I wouldn't go on sitting there if I was you, miss. When Lizzie looks like that, it means she's going to have one of her turns.
Is there something the matter with her?
Mind you, she doesn't mean any harm. But she's always sorry afterwards.
I don't understand.
Well, you see, Lizzie's not a real name. It's more sort of a nickname.
Yes?
As in Lizzie Borden.
Oh. Please ask him to give me back my axe, miss.
Enough of that. Can't you see that they're pulling your
That's very good. No, I mean it. I'm sure you could sell it if you wanted to.